Welcome back, Gemini. My name is Laura. I'm going to do a general message for you tonight. Know that energy is fluid. Roles could be reversed. Interpret the message as it best resonates with you. Also know on this channel, I look at everything, but we take a lot of time to look at the spiritual blocks of shadows, see how they play as karmic themes. So the readings are a bit longer. You got to keep that in mind. You also have to keep in mind that they have a therapy style to them. Why? Because it's all about your healing. Now, anything of any importance or relevance to the channel you can find in the description box below. If you're connected to a Virgo or a Scorpio or any other zodiac, you can check out my other YouTube channels. All right, let's jump right on in tonight and let's see what the underlying energy is. The underlying energy is just, it tells me why everyone's doing what they're doing. When you're dealing with shadows, people have blocks and they sabotage themselves and they get in their own way and they create illusions. They wear masks. And this is why we want to know what really is influencing why your person is acting the way that they are, why you're acting the way that you are. Okay, let's see. The word of the video is anger. It's anger. Well, I feel like your person is mainly angry at themselves. They're actually disgusted with themselves because they acted like they didn't care about you. And now they're in a place of disequilibrium, like they're out of balance, where they're all up in their head because of the fact that they were too insecure to really show you how they felt. And they know that they neglected this situation, that they didn't give you anything, and that made you hostile. Even though that there's a very strong spiritual connection between you and this person. This person feels powerless because they know that they betrayed you, and they know that most likely you're not going to take them back. Now, I don't know whether that's true or not, but this is what they feel right now. So let's see exactly what they did. I feel like this person has a big ego. And why I say that is because they played a lot of games. They knew that this was a spiritual connection. And I say that because of this card. Knowledge and wisdom. Wisdom is the wisdom of knowing. It's claircognizance. It's clairsentience. It's like you don't know how you know that this person is supposed to be in your life and vice versa. This person feels like home. They know that they're supposed to be in your life. They again didn't give you any time or attention, and because all their time and attention, again, they acted like they didn't care. I feel like they just get all their time and attention went towards other people. At this point, it really doesn't matter where their time and attention went. I just feel like this person doesn't want to be the victim anymore in relationships. I feel like they don't trust themselves in any relationship. So even though that this is a spiritual connection, they kind of just wanted to have everything on their terms. I feel like, unfortunately, because they've gone through trauma, they come into the relationship, and unless they're with a person that doesn't know their worth and will give them like almost all of them self, like give a lot of time, energy, they don't recognize the relationship. And so it's either they victimize or they feel victim, which happens a lot of times when a person grows up in an environment where they don't feel safe. And also when they continue to date people that either they have all the power and they get bored in the relationship and they don't want the relationship, or the other person has all the power in the relationship and there's trust issues. This person doesn't have any balance because, hey, they're not balanced, but they understand they have feelings. They just acted like they don't have feelings. And I feel like acting like that they don't have feelings really created more of an imbalance because now they're up in their head thinking about how they treated you. I feel like this person thought that their behavior was going to affect you a lot more. And what it had really happened is what they did affected them more because you are not affected. They expected, like they expected and they wanted to see it affect you. And because again, this person doesn't have healthy relationships. They don't know how to have healthy relationships. Well, I want to look at the triggers first. See, before I look at the hidden truth, because even though they acted like they don't care, once we look at the hidden truth, we'll really see how they felt. And when you see how they feel, usually it's a lot different than how they treated you. You got tired of the lies. You felt like this person just, being that they were neglecting you every time that you would call them out on not being around, not really respecting you because they're not showing you anything, wanting to keep you on the hook, but not giving you anything. There's a sense that this person loved the fact that you had feelings for them. And I feel like they would brag about it. They like to stay in that space. And in that, I feel like they lied about who you are, and they also lie about who they are. And so you don't even really know who you're dealing with. Yeah, and you just feel like you've dealt with a lot of your own abuse from past relationships. This relationship actually activated every single wound from every past relationship that was traumatic for you. You're like, I've suffered enough and in my life, not just in this relationship, but this relationship brought me over to the top. I feel like they were the worst. And why? Because they act like everything is more important than you are. Deliberately. They would spend more time with people, even their hobbies came before you. Like that this person didn't really include you in anything. And they would deliberately start an argument with you when they wanted to create space. So there was a sense of that they don't even know how to communicate to you. Instead of being able to have a conversation, they deliberately start an argument in order for you to cater to them, to soothe them. So it's almost like this person neglects you, but then they expect you to give to them. And that this is the dynamic where they continually act like they don't care about you, even though you know that there's a spiritual connection. They know that there's a spiritual connection. So this is what it was like being in a connection with them. And I feel like you got to the point where you were like, enough is enough. You're never accountable. It's not like you didn't try and talk to this person. It's not like you didn't try because again, there was a connection. And I feel like this person is looking back saying, when I had you, I didn't honor you. And now you're not anywhere around. You're almost like a different person, this person feels like. And I don't really feel like it's a different person. I feel like you're angry. I feel like you're angry also because this person was supposed to treat you well. They were supposed to love you. It's a soul's connection. You both know that. But instead of them honoring the connection, they shit on the connection. It's like doing everything except for hang out with you, needing to be in control because they don't want to be the victim. They are always the victim in their relationships because they're never accountable. So they don't even like want to be in a place of any type of vulnerability at all, it seems to me. So in order for them to like maintain, they have to manipulate. And you're like, I got tired of being manipulated. I got tired of, everything becoming more important than me. I got tired of you activating every single wound that I've ever had. I'm tired of the lies, your accountability, and I'm just over it. So I feel like this person took the connection to the limit, and I almost feel like they wanted you to snap out. They wanted you to react. They didn't want, they wanted to see a different version of you. I feel like they wanted you to chase them, and then when you didn't chase them, they wanted to trigger you to get underneath your skin so that you would react, and that didn't happen. Then they figured they would hold back from you, not give you anything, give to other people, spend time doing everything else underneath the sun except for spend time with you. That didn't work. So this is why they're in a place of anxiety right now. They're in a place of anxiety because they know that they took this, that they did everything to manipulate you and it didn't work. They're not used to dealing with a person like you. I remember every detail of that day. And the thing is, it's like they remember the times that you hung out with them, when you spent time with them, the connection, everything about it. I feel like one time you might have even kissed this person, held hands, had an intimate moment. I feel like they keep replaying that in their mind over and over and over again. Like it wasn't like a full blown, like in the bedroom sex or anything like that. It was it was innocent. It was like you said, it was a kiss, it was holding hands, it was something about the how warm it was outside, the breeze, that the smell that was in the air. It was all of it. The every detail. This person reimagines it over and over and over. This is why they're in regret. They didn't think that, you know, you were going to affect them this much. That's why they're angry, because it's almost like they thought that they were going to get over on you, and you kind of got over on them. This is how they feel. Finding out the truth crushed me again. That there's a sense that you're like, don't care what they, or that they've moved, that you've moved on, and that you don't really care anymore. And I feel like this person never meant for it to go to the extreme that it did. But this is a person that's like, never say die. They never give up. They to push it to the extreme. They have to win at all costs. And the thing is, they have strong feelings for you. They love you down deep inside. They really do have strong feelings for you. However, it's like you said, they have a lot of trauma. We will be together again. They hold on to believing in their mind that you guys will be together again. Now, that may not be true, but in their mind, they want to believe that it's true. So let's see, what do they plan on doing to make that a reality? I'm going to pull from two different decks because I'm curious about what this person, like the spiritual elements of the relationship, but I also want to know what are they going to do? That, I mean, that they're so sure of themselves. I want to see whether they're going to try and fix it. So this card fell on the ground, and it is they feel like, okay, it's funny. It's like they feel like this relationship is going to come together in the perfect timing. They like, there's again a very spiritual connection. So again, you and this person, there's a lot of serendipities. So they're kind of feeling like their wish is going to be granted. Now, that doesn't really answer the question. It's almost like I said, this person again saying like, this is a soul connection. I don't care what I did. I don't care. Like, again, I was an asshole. Yes, I was an asshole. However, we have a spiritual connection. And I believe, again, that it's serendipitous. I believe that that in patience, I'm going to get my wish Granted, again, they hold true to that belief. Within a few days, I feel like the situation is going to unfold. So I feel like this person is planning on approaching you in a few days. Now, whether that's a few days, a few weeks, again, spirit has no time, but within the very near future, they plan on contacting you. Because and they're gonna apologize for all the delays. I feel like this person procrastinated. They're gonna tell you a few stories also because they don't really have a they didn't really know how to solve the problem of not knowing how to approach you is what I'm feeling. So they're gonna tell you a story or two, right? And you're going to feel as if it's complicated. They're going to try and persuade you into believing that it was some complicated situation of why they did what they did, where you're going to feel like again that labyrinth is like going around and around and around in circles like a catch 22. And I feel like the catch 22 is you like this person. It's not that you don't have feelings for this person, but you don't 100% trust this person because of how they acted in the beginning of the connection. So now they're going to try and fix it. But again, I feel like they're going to say that they were delayed a few times, that it was complicated. But the truth of the matter is that they don't want you to move on. They want a new beginning. They have a huge void inside of them. They're lonely. They don't like the separation, and they're willing to make adjustments. They want a new life with you. This is really what it is. It's like this person feels lost without you. And I feel like it took them to lose you in order to realize what they had. Yeah, like it's like they want to like have a mutual give and take reciprocity, and they want to try things out. They don't really know again how things are going to be, because I don't believe that this person has had good relationships, and a lot of baggage from the past tends to come up. However, they're receptive to wanting a new thing. That it's like they want to break free of the karmic cycles of being rebellious, of being insecure. They're on the verge of again this new way of being. They want, like, again, they want to be different. And there's again a mutual understanding. And again, the hormonal thing is again, I'm feeling is they're very attracted to you. There's again there's a lot of passion there. You make them feel a certain way. You make them want to be strong. So I feel like they see the difference. You make them feel young. I also feel like there's a youthful element to this connection. Again, just like when they were remembering every detail of the day, or the time that you guys spent together, when it was like you said, a kiss, holding hands, the breeze, every element, but it seemed very pure. It seemed very innocent. Again, this person feels like it's a young type of like almost like puppy love, almost like a first love. So it's exciting. Um, it's tantalizing to this person. And I feel like because you're there really is a connection. And here we go again. They're lonely. I feel like they spent a lot of time in isolation and really apart from you to realize, like I said, they had to really destroy the relationship in order to realize that that this is a destined connection, that this isn't just a destined connection, but they're learning karma. They're learning dharma and karma, and they're also, he said, almost like it's just destined to happen because it's a spiritual connection. And that's why the karma is, listen, what they did, you left, you didn't put up with it. They have to come back and apologize. They're coming back to apologize. They learned a spiritual lesson. They had to lose what they had to lose you in order to learn the lesson that of importance. So I feel inevitably the lesson also brings them deeper into themselves, which brings them to connection of Dharma. And also, like I said, there's a sense of them wanting to be fearless, having a lot of passion for you, and that this is brave, like having them have to come back. They want to do it almost, like I said, to fix their karma. They know that they didn't treat you right. They feel bad about not treating you right. They didn't think that that would happen. Now, like I said, this person is going to give you a message. I feel like they're going to reach out to you within a few days, a few weeks with a message. And it's going to be a passionate message because they want to preserve this connection, but they know that they have to come in very confident. And they also know that there's a good chance that you are going to turn them down. So they feel as if it's, like I said, they're being fearless, right? Because they want to offer you, I feel like they want to offer you passion, but they also want to offer you like the beginning of a relationship is what I'm feeling like, to start to try it out, to give you more equal give and take reciprocity, which is what they were not offering before. So anything that you wanted from this person before, they're willing to offer that now. They're willing to offer it now. Now, I would just want to pull three to see what Spirit has to say. Being mirrors for each other makes self-love so important. I wish I wish I was there to love you, but if I'm not, I want you to love and nurture yourself. This person again still feels like you're angry, and they're more angry at themselves for how they treated you, but they still feel the connection to you. And so that's why they're like, if we're going to be able to make this work, you have to, again, like, forgive me. You have to be able to forgive me. You have to get back to the vibration of unconditional love. And I feel like if you will, then I can release my anger. So it's almost like this person feels that. And they also are nervous as hell to contact you. They almost wish you would contact them so that they could feel safe to contact you. You know, that's what I'm feeling. And so it's almost like this person has never been in this position before. They know that they have to be confident, but in a way, they almost like, if you would reach out to them in a heartbeat, they would be like, yeah, okay, you want me to come over? I'll be over in 5 minutes. They would fix everything in a second because they realize they messed up this connection. They're afraid. They don't, and like I said, they almost doubt quite highly that this connection is even going to work out, but they feel they have to, because there's a part of them that's like, they have to try, because there's a part of them that's like, you're my person, you're my soulmate. I know that I shit all over this connection, but I realize what I want now. I see what I want now. I didn't know what I wanted then. I've been so grounded all my life. It's hard for me to trust the spiritual element of this connection, yet I can't deny that it exists. Again, they said they never had this type of connection before. It has such a hold on them. This person's very logical. They don't really believe in the spiritual element. They thought it was all foo-foo before, and what they're realizing it's not. You really affect them. I feel like this person just didn't want this. They didn't want a committed relationship. I feel like they were a player. And in that, they ran around and they met you, not even realizing one day that it was going to impact them as it did. They wanted you to follow suit. You didn't follow suit like everybody else. You left. They completely destroyed the relationship. Now they're saying, well, I've ran around with so many different people that those people aren't really, they never fulfill me. I'm never satisfied. And now I can't stop thinking about you because you filled me. There was an innocence to it. It's not like we had like dirty sex like all over the place. It was innocent. So why would I even be thinking about a kiss? What a kiss? Who cares? Holding hands. Well, I don't know why I feel this way about you. It's again, I'm a grounded person. I'm a logical person. I don't understand whatever this thing is. And I almost feel like in the beginning, this person did not like it. They felt like you're spiritual, and I feel this way towards you. Maybe you put like a curse on me, maybe put a spell on me. Like, I don't really understand. They undervalued this connection. Like I said, they shit all over it. And now, like I said, you're gone. And they're like realizing, and that's why the song goes, you don't know what you got till it's gone. Union is an energy, not a physical contract. Even when we aren't together, I feel our union. So this person is saying, even though I know you're angry with me, I know I didn't treat you well, but I still feel the connection. We still are connected. Again, that's the spiritual element. I'm not going to give in to my fear. I know fear is only an illusion. So this person's kind of working through their fear again, and that fear is that having to come back, having to surrender their ego, having to really say, okay, well, I'm ready to give equal give and take reciprocity, not for a day, not for a week, but really give it time. Like you said, that's always been a fear. I know I need to release attachments with karmic people. I'm creating a plan. So I feel like if this person's attached to somebody, it's a karmic, and it's not really a person that they want, that it's not someone that they want to be with. It's someone that they feel obligated to be with, or someone that just is a hookup person. I'm feeling from the majority of you, this person isn't together with one person. I feel like they have a lot of people still hanging around them because they were not in any serious relationship. Now, the thing is, when a person sleeps around and they're not in any serious relationship, they have people that think that they are the only person that they're dating, and they have people that are giving them a lot of time and energy, and so again, that are feeding this person's ego. And so what it is that now they're almost like connected to those people because those people have been given time and energy. So they are karmic people because those people are not going to bring this person anything good. This person does not want to really be with them, and they would be karmic because if this person does not release them, you're not going to be in their life. And they know that. They also know that it's a waste of time at this point. It's not fulfilling them. It doesn't do anything for them. And that's the thing. They also know that there's consequences for using people like that. So I feel like they're not coming towards you right now because there are these attachments, and they've made up the decision that they want to work things out. Now that thing is completely destroyed, but they also know, hey, well, I better give it my best foot forward because I got people hanging off me that really shouldn't be in my life. And there's no way in hell that they feel Gemini is going to stick around to be in competition, to be put in competition with other people, because that's what it's going to make you feel like, because these people are karmic. They're just attachments. They're not, they give to this person, but it's a one-way thing. I need to be strong in who I am before I can merge my energy with yours in the 3D. I'm afraid I could lose myself in this relationship. So really, this relationship is making this person look at themselves, making them say, why do I have these attachments? Well, I have these attachments to feed me, that it makes me feel good. Well, that again is making them say, well, why? Again, why don't I feel good on my own? And if I get into a relationship with Gemini, are they going to see that I'm not strong within myself? And what you would see is, yes, they are not strong within themselves, and they would try to mesh into your energy because they're not strong within themselves. This is a realization that they're having, that they're very codependent, and that they would lose themselves within the relationship with you, and then the relationship with you wouldn't be a high vibrational one anymore. It would be a low vibration. See, this is a twin flame connection. I believe that. And the reason why is because of wisdom, and because this person is actually looking at themselves and saying, you know what, this is a spiritual connection. I don't really understand it. I'm going to dispose of it. No, now in order for them to get you back, they have to surrender their ego. That is something that they've never done before. They've never looked at their own behavior. Number two, they're looking at their behavior and they're saying, I need to always have people in my life that feed me energy. And it was fun for a while, but it's not the same as what I experienced with you. And though I've never had anything like it, and I don't really believe in foo-foo stuff, I can't deny this connection. And it really affects me now that you're not in my life. So I want to be the best version of myself. And the only way I'm going to be the best version of myself is to work on myself, to make sure that I don't merge with you and lose myself with you. Like, I don't want to lose myself. I need to, and if I don't have enough of me, I'm going to lose myself. So I feel like they are not just putting it in a plan to get rid of the karmic people, but also they're in a phase of trying to, work on themselves to be a better version of themselves. Now, if they're not a twin flame, they're definitely a karmic mate, but they're a karmic mate that is evolving into like a, a life partner, someone that is, again, has good intentions, but you're making this person shed their ego, surrender their ego rather, and really look at their behaviorisms. So we have to say, why did you connect to this person? What are you supposed to learn? What needs to be integrated? Or what did you integrate during this separation? Because this person planning on coming back. So this part that this person was not in your life, what did they trigger? Right? Because we see that they kind of botched this relationship. They want redemption, so they're coming back, but we know that they botched it. So we have to say, when they were botching the relationship, how did it make you feel? What trigger? Again, belittled. Again, it brought up memories, inner child cards. That's what these are. The first card out is belittled. And that's being made to feel insignificant, being made to like almost be bullied, manipulated. Rebellious. which is almost like the opposite of belittled, right? You see somebody that's getting bullied, and I feel like as a child, you were someone that got bullied. And so you then went against the grain where you were like, well, I don't really care. I don't really care what happens. I'm going to do what I need to do to make myself happy. But in that, you lost support. See, like support. Support is not just the food that you eat and the home that you live in, but the emotional support. If you were belittled in your childhood and then you were seen as bad because again you were different, because uh neglected, you were neglected, so you had to entertain yourself. You had to be your own parent. Yeah, and you were expected to be a parent. And being a parent when you're a child is very overwhelming. And you're not made to be a parent, but because there was no support, you had to again step into that role. And I feel like you were judged on how you did it. Like the parents that made you did like play that role, they belittled you, they made you feel bad, because again, children really should not be doing what an adult's job is. And children don't really understand or know. And teachers, having to deal with teachers and other adults when you're a child trying to be the parent, you don't get a good result from that either. You know, it's almost like the adult takes it out on the children, like, where is your parents? Why aren't your parents there? And almost like the adults, whether that's teachers, whether that's friends and family, or just other family members, then make the child feel bad for it, like they're an inconvenience. So then the child then goes into isolation. It's safer for the child to be alone. And because again, they're neglect emotionally, psychologically, physically, their needs met. Again, there's no support. No support because the child perceived, again, this is you, perceived that you were bad. And you were bad for no real reason, just because you had to, again, step into the role of the parent. Because, again, there was no support. And there was no support, maybe because your mother was all caught up in a bad relationship she was in, or your parents were going through a divorce. There's thousands of different scenarios. Understand, we hold on to the story of what happened, and in that we hold on to the trauma. So you attracted a person that again kind of mirrored this energy. They again didn't give you any support. Because they neglected you. They didn't give you anything in the beginning. So you didn't want to be belittled because you saw it as very disrespectful. So I do believe you have a rebellious spirit, but not in a negative way. I feel like it's seen as rebellious to people that perceive that they can bully you and neglect you and that there's not going to be consequences. It's that you will go against what people perceive you to be. You will be rebellious, seen as rebellious. See, if you look, this girl is like crying. She doesn't want to be rebellious. It's like she feels she needs to be rebellious. And so that's kind of like with the dynamic of this relationship, that you had to show your strength to this person. And that was, hey, I can feel the connection that we have. And I do have feelings for you. It pains me. I cry, but I will cut this connection. I will cut this connection because I will not be neglected. And when I'm called out on not getting any support, you're going to belittle me. So this was an experience that actually mirrored a childhood wound, and that in order for you to really integrate the spiritual lesson, we know that you have to give yourself the support and not neglect yourself. So spirit wanted to put you to give yourself the time, like I said, to create support. Now that could be you work more on your job, so you created more financial support. You again created more support in your life by not giving this person time and attention, but making new friends, putting your time and attention towards things that were going to grow you, that were going to support you. So in order to not allow anyone to bully you or make you feel bad, belittle you, and that it's that no one really can make you feel neglected, that if you don't neglect yourself is really the message there. And I don't know, I kind of feel as if people can make us feel neglected, but when you're balanced, you don't take it personally. You definitely don't take it personally, because you realize that how someone treats you is more of a reflection of who they are, not who you are. Your life is a reflection of who you are. And that's what you realized. You realized, you know, I don't like what you do to me is not, it's not me. If I believe everything that you say, or the fact that you're not giving me enough time or energy, or like that's me, then that becomes my problem. So I feel like you had to know your worth. You needed to also go through, and this person needed to know your worth, and they couldn't see it when they were in player mode. They were dating too many people, hanging around too many people, that they couldn't tell the difference. They needed for you to actually be gone, and again, not tolerate their bullshit. So again, having them come back and being different is very healing, even if you weren't going to take this person back. Number one. Number two, you reparented yourself. You created the support for yourself, which is huge. So I feel like you transmuted the negative energy, and that's what you were supposed to do and that's why I said I kind of feel like this is twin flame relationship, because during the separation you're both working on each other. You worked on yourself to give you support, and this person's working on themselves, like on a spiritual, on an emotional level, which is something that is not easy for them. So we end off this reading. We ask Spirit, like, how would like us to end this reading? What should we know? And really, it says, look at this, serenity. Through love, release, and inner work, I know peace. I have a gentle view of life and welcome every step with confidence. I remain brave in the face of fear and have the wisdom to let the universe do its work. So Spirit's just saying, like, learn to surrender, learn to be at peace. And I feel like that's not easy if you grew up in an environment that you were neglected in. So Spirit's saying it's like through love, unconditional love. And I do believe that this is a spiritual connection, one that is a soulmate connection, possibly a twin flame relationship. So there is unconditional love there, and only through that unconditional love you can release and really do the inner work that you need to do. Like, through this connection is making you both do the inner work, and that you have to be brave. It's not easy, but the key is that you have to always get back to a place of peace, because when you're in that place of peace, you're in the flow of the universe, and it's all about you not trying to control. You didn't control. When this person tried to manipulate, you didn't control, you released. And in the release, you let the universe do its work, and the universe did do its work. It brought this person other people into their life, but that allowed them to compare. And what they saw is nothing compares to you. I'm going to leave that there, Gemini. You let me know how you resonated with this one. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.